What I learned in my solar program, instead of using the bigger solars, the reason why we were writing the book, The Paradox, before one of my investors, the one scientist says you can't have more out than you put in. That breaks the law of confirmation. So people are reading my books and they start duplicating this, and that's when it really started.
Yeah, thousands of book sales. Alex is asking, but how many books have you sold so far? Like in terms of numbers, you must have a number either 10, 20, 50. That's a question to you, Lloyd.
Very close to 100,000 now.
Close to 100.
Yes,
Are you sure?
I get.
Are you sure? I feel like you're joking. You're saying that close to 100,000 books, copies. I admitted you before I admit you. Like, I want to make sure that we're understanding each other. You're saying close to 100,000. I feel like you're not saying
Close
the
to
truth on that.
100,000. I would say by the end at the end of this month, we
Yeah.
should be surpassed. Depends on if people keep buying. But yes, I'm very close to 100,000 books sold.
Are you for real? Are you for real? Are you for real?
Yes, and we're not talking about just the one book. We're talking about all 8 books
I see.
in combination. So when you start seeing, oh, it's 1,000 here, there's 2,000 here. Matter of fact, my first book is not doing as well as the handbook. The handbook is selling more than the other books. Matter of fact, it's selling more than the 99 cent book.
But those are so many copies. Like if it's close to 100,000, then I did saying that it would be nice if some people can come on and comment about the same. Yeah. I think it would be nice next time if we can get somebody who has bought the book and who can be able to do a review with you. Like they bought the book, they tell you they have been able to build this and this. I think it would be amazing. Somebody who is not afraid on being on the camera, not really on the camera, even just sharing their audio. And before you answer him, there's this question from Alexi. He's talking about the price of the book, whether it is 20. That question is confusing. $20,000 rupees. Pick one, pick either rupee or the dollars. Yeah. But I think, yeah, this one you can try to answer it. And Scamchan is talking about whether it is sales or downloads. Like, is it 100,000 downloads? But isn't that the same? Once you buy, you download the book. Let me unmute you now.
It's a download, and I don't do the exchange rate. Amazon does that. I am with KDP, so I get paid per page read. So that goes into the number of books sold. So I don't have to actually sell the book. All I have to do is get someone to read a page because I get paid for the pages read. That's because those are ebooks, downloadable books. And because I have it on um, Kindle Ultimate, KDP, and Amazon, I get paid for all those programs that they have. So they have something called um, I forget the name that Ultimate something that's audio books. So they've already transferred my books into audio. So that means that you can listen to my books instead of actually reading the books. So when people do that, I get paid. If people go onto the site and just read the pages right off the site, I get paid for that. So then if you buy the book from Amazon, I get paid for that. All those are sales for me. So yes, I'm doing quite well when it comes to the books. And someone asked, is it one book? No, it's not one book. It's the combination of all 8 books that I'm close to that number, 100,000. Do you see that, Chris? He says, I'm ready and want to purchase. Which one should I think? Just get any book. Start with one that's up to your pocketbook. And then even if you got my book on how I think, then you'll start to understand that everything that I do or trying to say in that book is that we're using numbers to defeat what people say is impossible. So let me go back and explain this. What I learned in my solar program, instead of using the bigger solars, okay, and trying to stretch the LED lights out and be at a loss because the 16 feet doesn't go across those big, gigantic 200-watt solar panels or even a 100-watt solar panel. Okay, it doesn't go across it. So what I do is I go with the smaller ones. And as I went smaller and smaller, the ones you get out of the Dollar Tree and those garden lights, what we found out, those things put out only 2 watts. So here's the thing for everybody to do, and this is mathematical. Take 16 feet and take a inch of a solar cell and measure the inch and line it up going all the way down to 16 feet. And then count it by twos because that's what it gives you, 2 volts. It's going to give you more than 2 volts. It's going to get closer to 3, but we rounded it off to 2. So if your LED lights plug into a 5-watt charger, phone charger, and you take each one of those solar panels, line them up down the row, just one side, so the LED shines on there, and they give you 2 volts apiece. How many volts do you have out? Then, when you get that number, say it has another side. It has a right side and a left side. So when you put the solar on the other side, calculate how much that is. Now, the reason why we were writing the book, The Paradox, because one of my investors bought the technology, is because the paradox is two scientists are conflicting with each other. The one scientist says you can't have more out than you put in. That breaks the law of confirmation. Then the other law says that surface area is going to give you the more power. So we use surface area to defeat that law of confirmation. So now do the test. Do it mathematically, 2 volts. If you just test that little one cell and says, oh yeah, I'm getting 2 volts from the LED light, or go on to my YouTube channel, look at the YouTube channel where I'm using the LED light and measuring what you're getting out of it. Then take that one cell and times it times the 16 feet. That means you have to measure the cell and then say, if I put this down to 16 feet, what power is getting added up at the end of it? Are you at a loss or are you at a gain? If you do that, then all of a sudden, all this starts to make sense, even with the book that's 99 cents, How I Think, okay? Because I use numbers to say something that was perpetual motion and figured it out in a puzzle. That's how my brain works, and figured out how to make it real and make it work for hundreds of years. Okay. Now it won't be perpetual motion because that means it runs forever, and not even our sun runs forever. So the whole point was is that it's going to run your lifetime. Okay. So when we start putting things in reality, start putting things in perspective on how to defeat these systems and improve these systems, then all of a sudden, all these things that people were saying just sound ridiculous. It's just natural. Do the math yourself, calculate it yourself. These are simple things to do. And then all of a sudden, you only got two answers today. You're wrong or you're right. There's simple answers. And those tests you can do without even spending money. So there it is.
I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can hear me. Although there's a lot of rain on my side. Somebody was asking like, how much have you made so far from the books? Because you're saying 100,000 copies. I think that was a question from Alexi. He was asking if you've made 200,000 USD. Let me unmute you. Let me unmute you. Sorry.
Okay. The answer is that is right now I've made zero. And I'll tell you why. They pay you each month. It hasn't even been 1 month yet. I started in this month, and at the end of the month, next month, I will get a check, or they deposit it straight in your account.
Then we have. Let me mute you first. We have ID. ID is asking if you listed Chat GPT as an author for your book, so you listed Lloyd as the author for the book.
Am I unmuted? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I say both. I put me down as the main author because I'm dictating my book into Chat GPT, and but I list AI as a co-author. So yes, I use both names.
Think about reviews.
I don't know. I don't know about the reviews. I'm still learning how to use the system. Remember, it hasn't even been a month yet. It hasn't been 30 days, and I'm just learning how to use Amazon. So that's why I'm so surprised that I've got the numbers that I've gotten. So people are reading my books and they start duplicating this, and that's when it really started jumping with the numbers because people were testing this and came coming back and saying I'm right. Okay, so that was the whole point about all this. So they're reading the comments that these people were putting on my YouTube video, then they would go and try it, and they come back and they're arguing with this guy that I just tried it and it's right. So that's when I was telling you, Chris, about that, you end up making the channel for people to share all that stuff. How many people are on that channel?